What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about 6 essential things that you're going to need after you give birth. Now, some of these things work better than others. I guess it's just depending on you as a person. These things are in no particular order. These are things that helped me during my process after I had my daughter. So I hope this helps somebody, so let's get right into the video. So the first thing that helped me was mesh underwear. Mesh underwear is very crucial for me. After you give birth, you don't immediately go back to your pre-pregnancy weight. Now I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Before I got pregnant, my weight fluctuated between 130 and 135. I gained about 40 pounds when I had my daughter. So right before I gave birth, I was about 170 pounds. After I had my daughter, I don't know what I was immediately, but I know that I didn't go back down to my weight. Like, I didn't go back down to my size immediately. I still had a couple pounds, so mesh underwear were like my best friend. Now, you can get these from Amazon. I've seen them on Amazon, I've seen them in Walmart, CVS. However, the hospital that I was at, they were gracious enough. They gave me like a case of them. So I'm sure that, you know, once you have your child, that the hospital really provides everything. They provide everything for you. So that's a plus. Now, after you give birth, you don't want anything that is too tight on you, that's sticking to you. You don't want that at all. So what mesh underwear do is that they provide you enough comfort, you know, to move around, but they're still fitting enough so that it keeps the pad in place. So after you give birth, you are bleeding a lot. It slows down. Sometimes it takes days. Some women, it may even take like a week or two. It just depends on your body. But yeah, so you're bleeding. So the mesh underwear provides you comfort and they hold the pad in place, but they're also not sticking to you like underwear. Like I said, after you have your child, you don't immediately go back down to your pre-pregnancy weight. So I don't know if you were like me. When I was pregnant, I did buy bigger underwear, but you know, the mesh underwear, you don't have to, it's like one size fits all. Now, the next thing that it didn't necessarily work for me, however, I do hear a lot of women talk about that it does help them, the Dermoplast spray. Now, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but what this spray does is it helps for itching and burning. As for me, when I had my daughter, I experienced a 2nd-degree tear. So I had to get stitches, and I was provided with the spray to help numb the pain of the stitches. Now, all of these things that I'm telling you about, they provide temporary relief. They don't take the pain away completely, but they do provide temporary relief until you heal from your stitches. So with the spray, what it's supposed to do is supposed to numb your stitches and, you know, give you a little bit of relief along the way. That wasn't the case for me. It did not help me. But yeah, I do hear that some women, it does help them. So definitely check that out. That spray was provided to me by the hospital as well. So yeah. The next thing was a lifesaver for me, y'all. Like, it was a lifesaver. And this was the squirt bottle. I don't know, it's a squirt bottle. And like I said, I had to get stitches. So what that did is when I used the bathroom, when I would pee, I had to, you fill it up with warm water. That's what they tell you at the hospital. And as you're peeing, you're spraying it down there to provide relief. Y'all, that helped me, because let me tell you, I was rushing to the bathroom one time and I did not have I wasn't able to fill it up because I would leave it in the bathroom. I wasn't able to fill it up in time, and okay, like, it burns because you're literally peeing on your stitches, and it burned like crazy. After that, and it's not like you can keep the water in because it'll get cold, but no, that bottle was a lifesaver for me. I loved it. It helped me. That's like my favorite thing on the list. The next item is the Preparation H wipes. Now, I bought these, I purchased these on my own. I was just in Walmart one day and I found them. They were in the pharmacy area, and because what I didn't want to do, because I had stitches, I was like super nervous about everything. I didn't want them to get infected. I didn't want, I was just nervous about these stitches. So I found the Preparation H wipes and to use when I use the bathroom. And what they do, what they have in them, they have aloe, and what aloe does, it soothes the stitches and the area that's healing around the stitches, and it really does help. And it also has witch hazel. Now, after you have your baby, you're gonna hear witch hazel. Everybody talks about witch hazel. What witch hazel does is that it minimizes bleeding, burning, and itching. And those are the top 3 things that you experience after you have your baby. And with the stitches. Now, this is me speaking from experience with stitches. I did not experience without, so I'm not necessarily sure if, you know, these things provide relief for anyone that didn't have stitches. So yeah, witch hazel, it works wonders. So I got those wipes. Like I said, I purchased them from Walmart. They were only like a couple of dollars, and I bought like maybe like 2 or 3 packs to help me, because I just did not want to be without them. I did not want to use like regular toilet paper while my stitches were healing. So those were definitely a lifesaver for me as well. The next thing is a SIDS bath. Now, you're gonna hear they talk about SIDS baths all the time. You can purchase a SIDS bath. They say that the hospital give them to you. I didn't receive one from my hospital, but you can get them from like CVS or even Walmart. I'm not necessarily sure, but I created my own SIDS bath. So what I did was I just filled the tub up with warm water and Epsom salt. As you know, Epsom salt, it like takes away the pain. If anybody, you know, if your body is aching or anything like that, you take Epsom salt bath, it's the same thing. It will, you know, it will minimize the pain. And some people I've heard use baking soda. I'm not sure what baking soda does because I didn't use it. And some people use witch hazel. And what you do, you just fill the tub up with warm water and the Epsom salt, and you just you soak for about 20 minutes and give, you know, the Epsom salt some time to work its magic. And after I would get out, I would just lay down and I felt better for a couple of hours sometimes. Now, the next thing, the cold packs. Those were, I know I said everything is my favorite, but those were one of my favorites as well. My husband actually got them for me from CVS, and y'all, I love them, okay? Love them. Came 4 in a pack, and it's just like a ice pack that you put on. You twist it, and it's instantly cold. And that provided relief for me as well. And you just sit it in your underwear like a regular pad, and provides relief for you for a couple of hours. Now, what I did notice with those packs is that they did tend to leak sometimes. So what I would do, I just would make sure that I had on clothes that I didn't necessarily mind getting wet, But yeah, sometimes, not all the time, they leaked. But what I did know is if I kept them on too long, they would start to leak. So that was just my experience. I don't know if it was because they were the CVS brand or what, but yeah, those definitely helped me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those 6 things are definitely things that you guys should check out. You know, if you are having any discomfort after birth, I mean, I feel like everybody has discomfort after birth, especially if you have stitches. So yeah, make sure that you guys go and check them out. Everything that I named, you can either get them from the hospital that you're at. If you've already left the hospital, then Walmart has everything, Amazon has everything, CVS has everything. So make sure that you guys go ahead and check those things out. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be dropping more videos more consistently, and I will see you guys in my next video.